On November 11, 2025, New Delhi awoke to an eerie silence. The city, usually alive with the hum of traffic and the glow of screens, felt strangely hollow. It was as if the pulse of modern life had been switched off overnight, leaving only the distant sounds of birds and the wind. Smartphones were dead, the internet vanished, and mobile networks were cut. People stared at their lifeless devices in disbelief, pressing buttons and swiping screens, hoping for a sign of life that never came. This was no accident. It was a deliberate government move. Overnight, the authorities had pulled the plug, severing the city from the digital world to contain a threat that few understood. The digital heart of the capital had been stopped. Traffic lights blinked uselessly, clocks froze, and the city's rhythm faltered. The city, once buzzing with information, was plunged into uncertainty and fear. Markets emptied, and the usual chatter of daily life was replaced by anxious whispers. People stepped outside searching for answers, only to find confusion and rumors. Neighbors gathered in small groups, speculating about what had happened and what might come next. Old-world media, crackling radios and physical newspapers became the only sources of news. Families huddled around radios, straining to catch updates, while newspapers sold out within hours. The shutdown was both shield and weapon, a drastic response to a new kind of warfare. Daily routines collapsed, offices closed, public transport stalled, and the city's heartbeat slowed to a crawl. No online news, no digital payments, no messages to loved ones. The simplest tasks became impossible, and frustration grew as people realized how much they depended on invisible networks. The city felt thrown back decades, exposing the fragility of our hyper-connected lives. For many, it was a stark reminder of a world before instant communication and digital convenience. As citizens struggled, India's security agencies sprang into action, using the blackout as cover for a high-tech manhunt. Behind the scenes, a race had begun to track down those responsible. The digital silence was just the beginning, a calculated move to hunt down those behind the attack. In the darkness, teams mobilized, ready to confront a new breed of enemy. In the vacuum, counter-terror teams began sifting through data, turning the city's own technology against the perpetrators. The battle for New Delhi's digital soul had only just begun. A digital shutdown is one of the most powerful and disruptive measures a government can deploy in times of crisis. It's a tool that can instantly silence the digital heartbeat of a city, region, or even an entire country, cutting off millions from the online world in a matter of minutes. Yet it remains one of the most controversial tools in a government's arsenal, raising questions about rights, freedoms, and the true cost of security. In India, digital shutdowns are often used to halt unrest, prevent the spread of rumors, or, as seen in Delhi, to respond swiftly to terror threats and maintain order during volatile situations. Authorities issue orders to telecom providers, forcing them to cut mobile data, block calls, and even disable GPS services. Overnight, entire neighborhoods can become digital dead zones, isolated from the rest of the world. The goal is clear. Authorities want to isolate suspects, disrupt the ability to coordinate protests or violence, and prevent panic or misinformation from spreading rapidly online. Social media platforms can quickly fuel chaos, rumors, and misinformation. By shutting down digital channels, security forces buy themselves precious time to restore order and investigate threats without interference. But it's a double-edged sword. Balancing public safety with the fundamental right to information and communication is a constant challenge for any democracy. Shutting down a city's digital life is never a decision taken lightly. The economic and social costs are immense, affecting businesses, families, and daily routines in ways that can linger long after the shutdown ends. In moments of crisis, the state may choose collective security over individual liberty. But the debate over digital shutdowns and their lasting impact continues to grow louder with every incident. The shutdown followed a devastating terror attack at Red Fort Metro Station. On November 10th, a car bomb exploded outside Gate 1, killing 8 instantly and injuring dozens. The location, a historic landmark and transit hub, was chosen for maximum impact. Within an hour, security protocols swept across Delhi. Metro stations closed, airports locked down, drones banned, and evacuations ordered. Intelligence soon revealed a larger plot, a cell of 8, planning serial blasts at 4 sites. The first explosion was just the beginning, adding urgency to the manhunt. Leaders condemned the attack, vowing swift justice. The blast was a grim reminder. Even the most fortified cities remain vulnerable to terror. As the city went dark, a sudden blackout swept through neighborhoods, plunging millions into uncertainty. Streetlights flickered out, and the hum of daily life was replaced by anxious silence. Within moments, intelligence agencies launched a high-tech response, activating emergency protocols and mobilizing their best analysts to assess the threat. In the critical golden hour, when every second counts, coordinated teams raced against time to gather information and prevent further chaos. Data from thousands of CCTV cameras, telecom towers, and police license plate readers poured in from across the city, creating a digital flood of information. All of this was funneled into a central AI system, designed to process and analyze vast amounts of data in real time. The AI searched for anomalies, panic in crowds, suspicious heat signatures, and any unusual activity that could signal a coordinated attack. It compared these findings to patterns from global terror attacks, looking for matches and red flags that humans might miss. The system flagged vehicles fleeing the scene at high speed, instantly alerting law enforcement to possible suspects. It also detected bursts of encrypted messages between burner phones, revealing hidden communications that could be vital to the investigation. By cross-referencing signals and surveillance footage, the AI pieced together a timeline of events, connecting dots at lightning speed. In just minutes, the AI mapped the suspect's escape route, providing a clear path for responders to follow. No human team could process this mountain of data so quickly. The sheer volume would overwhelm even the most experienced analysts. AI became a force multiplier, filtering out irrelevant noise and highlighting only the most critical leads for investigators to pursue. Investigators could now focus on actionable intelligence, following up on digital clues and evidence flagged by the system. This digital dragnet was the first, crucial step in tracking the attackers, casting a wide net that closed in with precision. In the end, technology turned chaos into actionable intelligence, transforming confusion into clarity and giving responders the edge they needed. With the what and where established, the hunt for who began. AI facial recognition scanned CCTV footage, matching faces to a national threat database. It flagged Dr. Umar un-Nabi, a known operative, as a key suspect. Military-grade drones, equipped with thermal cameras and AI, scoured the city for the suspect's red EcoSport. Drones tracked 2 figures abandoning the car, guiding ground teams through narrow alleys. The vehicle was seized. DNA confirmed Dr. Umar's presence. The digital ghost became a flesh-and-blood suspect. This seamless blend of AI, drones, and forensics showcased a new era in counter-terrorism. The city became a tightly controlled grid, shrinking the suspect's world. The Delhi blast accelerated India's shift to proactive tech-driven security. Predictive AI now scans social media, dark web forums, and encrypted apps for early signs of threats. Smart city networks connect traffic, utilities, and emergency services, monitored by behavioral AI for anomalies. The National Intelligence Grid, NatGrid, links databases across agencies, giving officials a real-time, unified view of suspects. The goal: detect and neutralize threats before they escalate. making citywide shutdowns obsolete. AI flags suspicious activity, enabling targeted interventions instead of blanket lockdowns. India is moving from building higher walls to creating a smarter, anticipatory shield. For civilians, the shutdown was paralyzing. Digital payments froze, stranding vendors and halting commerce. Hospitals struggled without access to digital records, delaying care. Emergency services faced coordination nightmares. Families couldn't check on loved ones. The shutdown exposed a critical flaw: society's deep dependence on constant connectivity. Logistics, education, and daily routines ground to a halt. The most digitally integrated were suddenly the most helpless. The crisis revealed the fragility of a digital-first society. The government faced a harsh trade-off: security versus the functioning of daily life. The Delhi experience sparked urgent debate about resilience and offline alternatives. India's embrace of AI-driven surveillance raises tough ethical questions. Tools that track terrorists, CCTV, facial recognition, predictive analytics, are also instruments of mass surveillance. The line between safety and privacy blurs as the state's power to watch grows. Systems like NatGrid can profile anyone, risking misuse without strict oversight. Predictive AI can flag people as threats before any crime, amplifying bias and risking discrimination. The debate is no longer privacy versus security, but what kind of society India wants to build. The challenge: create a system that's effective, accountable, and respects fundamental rights. The Delhi blast is a glimpse into India's high-tech security future. The vision anticipate and neutralize threats with precision, making blunt shutdowns obsolete. But this future means more surveillance and less anonymity for citizens. The chaos of the shutdown showed the need for resilient offline systems and secure emergency channels. The goal: a shield that's strong, flexible, and intelligent. Never a single point of failure. India's journey mirrors a global challenge, harnessing technology for good while guarding against its risks. Success will be measured by both safety and the freedoms preserved. The future lies in balancing a secure state with a free society.